Here we go. This is not the smartest guys in the room. We're back. Not the smartest guys in the room. It is the Christmas show, the last show of the year, the day we hand out lumps of coal. Tom, what do you say?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I got a good list. I think I got 11 lumps of coal on the list right now, but I expect that that list probably will grow as we go through the show today. And so I was just kind of thinking, and we haven't talked about this beforehand, but I was just thinking that if we start to get tight on time, then I think we just go rapid fire, right? And just kind of like laundry list out the lumps of coal at the end. Yeah, so we get them
Okay.
all out there.
Okay. And I might give you Tom. We I don't know. Should we do a quick Tom thumb today later on? What do you think? I'll think of that depending on how it goes. I might throw out Tom's thumb. I might give you a memory lane, something short. But and people, if they want to jump up and give a lump of coal. So basically, what a lump of coal is it is to something that you don't, all in good fun, something that you don't agree with in media, in business, that happened in life, that happened over the past year, that you just want to say lump of coal, I'm not down with it. So Tom, would you like to hand out your first lump of coal today?
Yeah, all right. I'll kick us off. Why not? And I do think I would like to do a Tom's Thumbs. I enjoy it, and also, Jim's here, and I think we all know why Jim's here. Um, and I would hate to disappoint Jim. He's such a loyal listener. He's here every week with us, and I know he really looks forward to me getting annoyed about something. And he's always rooting for a thumbs down, I think. So he wants me to be the heel. But yeah. So anyway, I'd love to do a Tom's Thumbs if we could squeeze it in. So I'll go first. I'll give out my first lump of coal for 2025. So here we go. I want to give a lump of coal to all of the people on social media that post silent reels and or stories of themselves exercising, right? It could be running on a treadmill. It could be riding a bike. It could be lifting weights, squatting, bench pressing, whatever the case, curling, whatever the case may be. No one wants to see an ASMR video of you grunting through an unimpressive set of squats. Okay? Stop posting those videos. If you're going to post about exercise and you're going to share some information, give people some tips, share some wisdom, even just share your story, right, of becoming more fit. Great. That's great. I fully encourage that. But stop with the ASMR grunting through exercising videos. No one wants to hear you panting on a treadmill. No one wants to hear you struggling to curl 20 pounds. Nobody cares. Cut it out. No one's impressed by it. Stop posting those videos. You get a lump of coal.
Tom, the only thing I have never seen a video with people with no words, people exercising. So you know how they say social media, the algorithms give you what you want. So is it actually you just like staring at these videos, ASMR videos? You hate like them. Is that what's going on?
Okay, so first of all, I want to correct the algorithm gives you what you want. That's not true. The algorithm gives you what it thinks you are likely to watch, right? And there's a big difference there. And my algorithm does give me a lot of fitness stuff because two things. One, I have posted a lot of fitness related content myself, talking about training for Ironmans and things like that. So there's that. But then also, I follow some fitness people, right? Because especially endurance athletes, because hey, I'm an endurance athlete. It's something that interests me. So I follow some of those people. So I get fed a lot of fitness stuff and exercise stuff because of that, I think. And the other side of it is they're not all just silence and the sound of people struggling to lift a weight. A lot of times there's they'll put music under it, but then it's just music and them going right, and it's nobody wants that. Stop it. And if you do want that, you're weird, and you get a lump of coal too. So yeah, that's what's going on.
Okay, double lump of coal. All right, here's my first lump of coal for you then, Tom. This lump of coal goes to a person that was a celebrity, is a celebrity, was out in the world producing music, having television shows, and seemed like there was an ascension to become like a billionaire. It seemed popular, dated celebrities, that kind of thing. My lump of coal goes to Diddy. Diddy, we find out, has been completely phony and fake for 30 years and was able to manipulate people, use people, hurt people, and left carnage everywhere he went. So here's this phoniness, who he is now. And then we see the tip of the iceberg, him being in jail and probably deserves even worse things. So my lump of coal goes to Diddy today, Tom. There you go.
Yeah, I think he well deserves a lump of coal, right? For all of the things that he's done. I don't know. I gotta say, like going back, like my first red flag with Diddy really goes back to like when he first started throwing like his white party in the Hamptons. You remember hearing about that? Like that to me, like when as soon as he started doing that, I was like, oh, red flag, like flag on the play. Something weird is going on here. Like anybody that throws big exclusive themed like multi-million dollar parties like that, I feel like that's a red flag. There's something suspicious going on. That is weird behavior. Normal people don't do stuff like that. And yeah. So and also like the way the stories of like his behavior at those parties and like how sometimes he just would show up for like 10 minutes and then leave. It was just bizarre kind of stuff. So like, yeah, big red flag. Like back in the day, I never would have guessed that like this is where we'd end up, but 100% agree. Lump of coal, stocking full of coal for Diddy this year for sure.
I want to AI this whole episode, like where they transcribe it and see like all the lumps of coal afterward. Tom and Tom's list of lump and coal. So, okay, you're up again, Tom. Anybody wants to come up and give a lump of coal? Come on up. But Tom, what is your next lump of coal?
Well, funny you should ask. Speaking of AI, uh, anyone who uses AI as a content shortcut gets a lump of coal. And let me explain what I mean by that, right? I see content all the time that is full of errors that a human would catch, right? Full of weird artifacts in video or the imagery, right? Full of misspellings, full of like strange phrasing of things, like strange ways to say things that like no human being would say or would use in that particular way, right? And also like places where it's obvious that like an image is AI, right? It's obvious that it's what is it? There's an image that I keep seeing. I've seen on LinkedIn a bunch of times. Same guy posting it. He's used it for like a bunch of different posts, but I think it's Kevin, what's his name from Shark Tank, who they call Mr. Wonderful. I don't think he's so wonderful, so I don't want to call him that. Kevin, whatever his name is, that guy, like in a hospital bed, and it's obviously AI, right? It doesn't look anything like a real hospital. He looks like super smooth and healthy and vibrant and whatever in the picture. Like it's clearly not real. But anybody that uses AI as a content shortcut, like to say like, oh, I don't have to create video. I can just have AI do it, right? I don't need to find an image that actually works for this or construct a meme myself. I can just have AI do it. Anybody that does that gets a lump of coal because AI is a productivity tool. It is not a replacement for work, right? So like it does not do the job, right? It makes the job easier, it makes the job faster, right? But it doesn't do the job. It requires oversight, it requires proofreading. Stop being lazy. You get a lump of coal if you're lazy and using it as a shortcut.
There you go. AI is on my list, Tom. There's some AI on my list, but I think what I'm going to do is keep going down the list because they aren't in any order. Although this one down at the bottom, I got to make sure I get to that. So, uh, okay, I'm just going to go down my list for right now. Tom, on my list of things that I do not like that get a lump of coal. Every time I go to the grocery store or like the convenience store, I get myself like a diet Mountain Dew, and I hate uh, I hate soda machines that have the wrong carbonation mix. When the mix is bad, I take a sip. I'm like so happy. It's that time of day where I'm gonna get this big gulp, 32 ounce, whatever it is, and all of a sudden I get up to the counter and I take a sip, and the mix is off. I just throw it out. I throw it right in the garbage can, and I'm just like, man, now my day's bad again. So, soda machines with a bad carbonation mix, they get a lump of coal.
I'm right there with you. I mean, I think like there's nothing worse than expecting a certain thing, right? Having an expectation and like knowing, right? Really looking forward to that like refreshing first sip, the carbonation, the sweetness, the flavor, right? Like all of it kind of coming together, the cool, cool drink, quenching your thirst and satisfying that itch, right? And then all of a sudden it just falls miles short of what you expect. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. There's nothing worse than that. Yeah, if you get the mix wrong, you get a lump of coal. What a waste.
Well, what a waste. Come on now. All right, Tom, go go on. What's your next lump of coal?
All right, I have another one about AI, but I agree with you. We'll space that out a little bit. So I'll go to another one on the list. This one is for three specific individuals that all did something together this last year, and they all collectively get a lump of coal. And those three individuals are Katy Perry, Gayle King, and Lauren Sanchez for cosplaying astronauts and pretending like they went to space, right? You get a lump of coal. You didn't go to space. You're not an astronaut. You sat through like a briefing for what to do if something goes wrong. And then basically you just went for a ride, right? Like you went on a very, very expensive amusement park ride. You did nothing to really sort of earn it. You don't deserve anyone's adulation or respect for having done it. And the worst part about it was Katy Perry tried to use it to like sell tickets to her upcoming concert, which then flopped because she was awful. Like I don't know if anybody saw clips from her shows like right after that, I think in Mexico, that were just awful. She was like dancing off sync and like kind of looked like she was barely phoning it in, like she had just skipped rehearsals or whatever. It was terrible. It was a terrible show, terrible performance. And the fact that she used this like event cosplaying an astronaut to try to like sell tickets to her concert tour just made it all the worse. So for all of those reasons, Katy Perry, Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, lumps of coal.
I figured you'd bring them up again after you had hot takes in a Tom's Thumb earlier this year about your low orbit. What'd you call it? Low orbit space travel, low atmosphere.
Well, we talked about like low like upper atmosphere. I forget what term I used. It might have been low orbit or near space or whatever. Yeah, we talked about like that as a potential like route to improved travel around the world, and it's theoretically possible down the line. A bunch of people like came back at me on that in the comments and were like, "Oh, it's never going to be affordable," and I'm like, "That's what they said about cars." Right? Like they said, oh, nobody will like cars are always going to be a trapping of the rich. Like there's no way the general public is ever going to be able to afford a car. And look at where we are now, right? Like, there's more cars than people in this country. So whatever, right? Like, fine. That's the way it is right now. That doesn't mean that's the way it's always going to be. But they get a lump of coal for the whole cosplaying astronauts thing and like kissing the earth when they got out of the capsule after they landed. Come on. Whatever. You know what doesn't get a lump of coal though is Bezos tripping as he was like walking around the capsule. That gets a little star from me. That was a great little stocking stuffer for myself. I enjoyed that immensely.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so here's my next lump of coal for you, Tom. and I think you know these kind of people. The next thing that gets a lump of coal from me is people who start out every conversation with somebody they meet or run into by bringing them down. Like, oh, hey, shoes untied. Hey, shirt's a little snug. Hey, anything negative that they can put on somebody else to make them feel better. Hey, I remember there was a guy on like VH1, he called it Negging or something, where he went up to the girls and he thought that was so cool to bring people down, to make himself feel better, and all this nonsense. So, people that bring people down to lift themselves up, they get a big lump of coal from me, Tom.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think there's a far cry between like the friend who will like quietly say to you, "Hey man, you got something in your teeth. You might want to take care of that," right? Like that is something a friend will do for you, right? And somebody who will walk up to you and be like, "Oh, that I bet that shirt would look nice if it was ironed," right? Or like, I bet those shoes were nice before they got all scuffed up or whatever, right? Like some douchey thing to say. But yeah, like I'm 100% with you. I think oh, it was the pickup artist. That was the show on VH1. There was a book, the whole like negging thing and whatever. Yeah, peacocking was another part of it where you had to like dress like a ridiculous caricature of a person. It was all just like, it was I feel like it was the precursor to like the incels and like Nick Fuentes and all of that mess that's going on online right now. Is sort of like it was the people who bought into that were like the precursors to the modern day like sort of incels and Nick Fuentes style people.
I'm glad you remember that guy. Mystery or something like that was his name. Very, very, very creepy guy. But the show captivated me. So okay, Tom, what is your next lump of coal? Go on.
All right. Well, I put these two back to back because it was like similar train of thought. I was thinking about it, and I did say that Jeff Bezos tripping, walking around the capsule was a stocking stuffer for me. But Bezos does not come out unscathed. He gets a lump of coal too. And you know what he gets a lump of coal for? Is he gets a lump of coal for spending $50 million on his wedding to Lauren Sanchez, basically taking over the city of Venice, essentially, causing a whole bunch of headaches and displacing the local people there just for the spectacle of his own wedding, spending $50 million. Meanwhile, the company he founded, I get that he's not the CEO anymore, but the company that he founded, guarantee he's still got some pull at Amazon, right? The company he founded relies on drivers to do deliveries who don't even get breaks to go to the bathroom, right? Because they're penalized if they slow down, they're penalized if they take breaks, right? And there's like a class action suit going on about this. This is obviously nothing new to people, but like he gets a lump of coal for being so out of touch that he's going to go spend $50 million on one day on a party. Like, let's be real clear. He spent $50 million on a party, right? And basically took over a city. Meanwhile, he can't take care of, Amazon's employees well enough to make sure that they get time to take a break to go to the bathroom. Forget that guy. You get a huge lump of coal.
We're hot here today. You would think on such a joyous occasion that the holiday season coming, this is our last show of the year. But we're handing out lumps of coal, so I guess that's just how it's going to be. Tom, I'm back to the convenience store again for my next lump of coal, and maybe I'm spending too much time at the convenience stores here, but when I go to the convenience store, first I get my big Diet Mountain Dew, and then I go look for a candy bar. And I'm like a simple guy. I want like a Hershey's or a Kit Kat, something basic. Almond Joy. I hate jumbo candy bars. Can a guy just get a regular candy bar? One, when I go to the store, I don't want two. I don't want three. I want one candy bar that was like $2. I don't want the $4 candy bar. I want one candy bar, not jumbo. So jumbo candy bars get a lump of coal from me.
What's the matter? What's the matter, Tom? You can't handle a king size candy bar? You can't handle a king size Snickers?
Well, if I'm gonna like indulge and try to you're already like, well, I don't know if I should have a candy bar today. And then you're automatically making me choose to have two candy bars. I want one candy bar. If I'm going to have a moment of weakness, I don't want a bigger moment of weakness. So that I feel guilty enough getting a candy bar. I don't want a double candy bar. Give me one candy bar, not the jumbo, Tom.
I mean, you heard it here first, right? It's no king size candy bars for Dom. All just regular old Snickers. What about Twix? You get mad that two Twix come together, or is that okay?
Well,
Is that an
it's the
exception?
size. It's a size of a normal candy bar. I don't want to go. I want a serving of candy bar. I don't want three servings of candy bar. So that would be my issue. Servings per. Give me whatever a serving is, and that's what I want. I don't want one that gets in. And why does every candy bar? As soon as I bite a candy bar, and if my wife is watching this, she'll know. Every time I bite a candy bar, somehow the candy bar bits of chocolate fall off, they fall down me and go under me. And then like 3 days later, I like go to pull out a pair of pants or something, and it has like I wear pink or yellow or something like that. And somewhere on the pants is a chocolate stain from this random candy bar. They get on my car seat. Why does every candy bar drop down on my car seat or whatever seat I'm at, Tom? That gets a double lump of coal. There you go.
I mean, I feel like some of that is just you need to practice eating candy bars without dropping chocolate on yourself. But I am with you on the idea that like you don't want three servings of candy bar. Like I think that's fair, right? It's like, hey, I just want like, you know, four bites of Snickers, right? Like I don't want, a king size Snickers that's really like two candy bars or whatever. I just want one because at the end of the day, once you open the package, you're eating the whole candy bar, right? Like there's no way you're stopping halfway through. Like who does that? What kind of psychopath opens a candy bar and then stops halfway through? Like who does that, right? If you open the candy bar, you're eating the whole thing. So I'm with you. Like I hear what you're saying, and I think it's a fair criticism. They should be giving people just a candy bar, right? Yeah. So I'm with you. I'm with you. What did you
Hey, I
go
got
ahead?
I got a triple lump of coal here. So now that I'm thinking about candy bars in cars. So I see my friend Jim Hodges here coming back from a game one day, a football game. Jimmy and my son were eating shelled peanuts in the back of my car, Tom. I got a million shells on my floor, and I blame Jimmy and my son Cameron for eating shells in the back seat. So they get a triple lump of coal.
All right, that's unacceptable. Just have to say, like, sorry, Jim, but like that's not okay. So like I like shelled like peanuts in the shell as much as the next guy, right? It's fun to crack them open, eat them. I get it, right? They're delicious. Totally get it. Like if I go to a baseball game, I'm getting a bag of peanuts. Like you can bet money I'm getting a bag of peanuts. But like that is a snack that you eat outdoors, right? You do not eat like you don't eat that in your house. You don't eat that in the backseat of your car or someone else's car, right? Like that is not an indoor snack. There is no way. I don't care who you are. There's nobody that can eat peanuts in a shell and not make a mess, right? Like it is inherently messy, and it's sort of like they were giving you a peanut middle finger, Dom, from the back seat as you're driving along. They're just sitting back there making a mess out of your car and yucking it up, is what it sounds like to me.
That could be. That could be. Okay. So on that note, Tom, since my friend Jimmy, he also gave me a good Tom Stums for you, and let's give him the Tom Stums. So the Tom Stums for today is what does Tom think about inflatables, inflatable Christmas decorations in people's yards?
So I'm of two minds, right? I think they can look. I mean, anybody who overdoes any sort of like one style of Christmas decoration, like there's always that house you drive by and they've got like 47 inflatables in the yard, and you're like, all right, guys, like a couple is good, but like you killed it. Like too much of a good thing is a bad thing, right? So like I'm kind of okay with them, but my problem is that they look stupid during the day, and that people leave them just kind of like strewn about, deflated all over their yard, like during the day, and they look terrible. So like I think there needs to be a better way to set them up, or if you're going to put them out, just you got to leave them inflated all the time, right? Like even during the day, like you can't let them deflate, because when they deflate, then now you just got a pile of trash in your yard and it looks awful. So I think inflatables are fine if you leave them inflated, but as soon as you let them deflate and just leave them laying around the yard, it just looks like you've got a bunch of trash strewn about your yard. It looks awful. And yeah, so I think generally speaking, because most people don't leave them inflated all the time, I would say generally they get a thumbs down from me.
Okay, inflatables getting a thumbs down. Tom, I was driving down the road one day and I thought, because we've been looking at some of these plastic, like the old school plastic ones lately, and my wife's been enjoying them, seeing them. But then I thought, maybe that's why the inflatables were invented to fit in your house and things like that. Because I was thinking, where would you put these old plastic inflatables? Now these other things, they can be giant. So just a thought on that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, there's a house a couple of miles from our house who puts out, like, I mean, they literally probably have 100 of those like old school plastic like figurines that light up. So they've got like lamp posts, and they've got all these different characters, and they've got like a whole manger scene, and they've got Santa, and they've got reindeer, and they're all those like hard plastic things. And every year, my wife Becky and I are kind of like, where do they keep all this stuff? Like, do they have a big like storage unit somewhere that they just like put all of these in? Because like they would take up a full garage, like on shelving, stacked up. Like you would need an entire like garage size space, like single car garage size space to store all of these things, like even on shelves and like racked up and stacked. Like that's how many they have. It's crazy. They do their whole yard with them, but they look better during the day than the inflatables do, right? Because people let the inflatables deflate, and then yeah, you got a pile of Santa on your front lawn, and it looks weird.
So that's almost like a lump of coal to that too, Tom, to the inflatables. But go on. What's your next lump of coal? What do you got for us?
Well, I kind of think I actually had this thought a couple of minutes ago. I was like, this episode is basically just like a big episode of Tom's Thumbs where both of us are doing it, right? Like it's essentially what it is. So I'm right in my element, right? I'm having a great time. Unfortunately, I noticed we lost Jim. I don't know if he's what he's doing, but he'll have to catch it on the replay. But yeah. So anyway, my next lump of coal is very very short and to the point. I think you'll appreciate this. JD Vance gets a lump of coal for killing the Pope.
Ouch. Came out hot on that one. Okay. What that is some weight on J.D. Vance. So okay,
I
fair
mean,
enough.
I'm just calling it like I see it, right? Like he met with the Pope and the Pope died hours later, right? Like literally less than a day later, the Pope died. So I'm just saying, like hey, look, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You put two and two together, whatever you want. But you had a relatively, by Catholic standards, a relatively progressive Pope, and JD Vance went to meet with him. Within a day, he's dead. JD Vance gets a lump of coal for killing the Pope.
All right. Okay. Coming out hot here. Okay. I'm dialing it back a little with my next lump of coal. Hey, by the way, Jimmy, you left for a few minutes. We asked Tom about inflatables. That was your Tom's thumbs, and he gave inflatables thumbs down because of they when they're not inflated, he doesn't like how they look in the yard. Okay, now I'm working on my segue. So my next lump of coal is two things that I don't like, and things. So Tom, I don't like AI videos pretending to be real. The wolves in the back, wolves. I said that right today. Wolves in the backyard uh, that are around a little kid or something like that, or a thing in the jungle that's trapped in barbed wire and a person in a business suit comes and unwraps it. I hate those videos. Come on, can we put better this is AI on them? No. So fake videos pretending to be real gets lump of coal from me. What, you don't like wolves, Tom? Go on.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the AI videos pretending to be real or not disclosing that they're AI. I'm 100% with you. Totally with you. I would have let your pronunciation of the word wolves go, but you said I said it right, and then you said wolves, and that's not right. It's wolves. There's an L. It's wolves. Wolves, not wolves. Wolves.
Wolves, 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 wolves. Hey, Jason, Jim, Joe, thanks for being here. Thanks everybody for being here today with us all year long. We're handing out lumps of coal. So we've handed out a good many lumps of coal. You guys can come up and hand out a lump of coal if you want. That last one was to AI videos not being labeled pretending to be real. So, Tom, what is your next lump of coal?
Well, I'm going to give you a choice. I've got another AI one. We could stay on the AI train, or we could circle back to that, and I could do something different. That's also media related. What
Give
do you
me
think?
something different. Give me something different.
Okay. All right. So this lump of coal goes to legacy media for their false equivalency bias, right? And obeying in advance. And specifically, I'm giving a lump of coal to CBS. And I'm also giving a lump of coal to ABC, CBS for canceling Colbert's Late Show, and ABC for suspending Kimmel due to sort of outside pressure and influence and not having anything to do with their viewership or the ability of those shows to be sustainable, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, yes, no question, late night has declined, viewership has declined, but at the end of the day, like there's no doubt that Colbert got canceled because Paramount and CBS, wanted the merger to go through, and they were doing that as like a token of like good faith, right? So they did that, and then probably my favorite part of that is they did that to sort of like show the administration they would play nice with them, and so they canceled Colbert, and then Paramount made the deal for South Park, and then South Park spent their whole season just tearing apart everybody in the administration and like people in power, like across the board, right across the political spectrum. But they just went full out. I don't know if anybody here watched any of South Park this season, but they went hard in the paint against anyone in a position of power. It was great. And yeah, so I think I think it's hilarious that that's what ended up happening. But yeah, CBS and ABC lumps of coal for obeying in advance. Sort of dictums that you shouldn't ever be paying attention to begin with.
Nice work, Tom. You're rolling. Okay, we have guests up. We have panelists, Jason, Maryland. They come by. So if this is Lumps of Cold Day, so Jason, I like the new business suit in your profile picture, looking good there. If you have a lump of coal that you would like to hand out, something from 2025, you want to drop it, Jason? What do you got?
A lump
That
of
would just
coal. That's
that
funny.
would be too easy.
Okay, well, okay, we're rolling. Lumps of coal is what it is today. We're handing
I
them
got
out.
a lump of coal for somebody.
Okay, give a lump of coal in general, Maryland. What do you got?
Yes, somebody. Well, it's in general, but like I got a lump of coal for the people who uh, belittle people who have Christmas spirit. Like you don't have to have it, but it's not bad that I do. So here's your coal.
Nice work. Well played. Well played, lump of coal. If you want to have Christmas spirit, have it. Don't worry about what anybody else wants to do. Okay, Tom, I got my next lump of coal here. My next lump of coal. I'm bringing up Bill Belichick. My lump of coal for Bill Belichick is not for his relationship with Jordan Hudson. More power to him, whatever, have your relationship. My lump of coal for Bill Belichick, the football coach, the 6-time Super Bowl winning football coach, is that this guy that takes football so serious brings his girlfriend, who is not versed in football, hasn't had a career in football, down on the field to disrupt what is going on down there when he is coaching. He has never brought his wives, girlfriends on the field when he was winning his 6 championships. So now bringing her on the field when he's now a college coach for his first year, I would have to think in some way that's taking his eye off of the ball. So he gets a lump of coal for losing focus, which is attributed to bringing his girlfriend on field. So lump of coal to Bill Belichick.
I'm with you on that. It's weird. That whole relationship is weird. And here's my example of it, or like the reason why, part of the reason why I believe that. Look, age gap aside, like age gap is age gap, right? Like we all know she's like in her 20s, he's like 70, right? So like, I mean, massive, massive age gap, like multi-generational age gap. So that in itself is a little bit odd, I think, right? But the thing that's really bizarre is I saw an interview. Bill Belichick was doing an interview. He was being interviewed by a producer from a news station. I forget who it was. I don't know if maybe it was somebody from ESPN, whatever. His girlfriend was in the room and they asked him a question about how he met her. He looked to her as if like, should I? And she turned around to the producer and was like, or the news person that was doing the interview and was like, we're not going to talk about that. And then Belichick refused to answer the question. It was bizarre. Like so strange to watch him ask her for permission, her be like, no, and him be like, well, you heard what she said. Guess we're not going to talk about that. Just weird. Like it's a weird situation. It's a weird relationship. And the whole thing is just, yeah, it's just bizarre. So yeah, I agree with you. It's lump of coal for just weirdness, right?
Have we ever handed out a lump of coal for straight weirdness before? Our first just weird lump of coal. There you go.
Inexplicable, strange behavior gets a lump of coal like that. Yeah.
Just across the board. Okay, so Tom, what is your next lump of coal? And anybody, if you've got a clear lump of coal, put it in the side and we'll bring you up to talk about it too. So Tom, what's your next lump of coal?
All right, this one's a little bit lighter, but I'm gonna give the people who made a big deal about the Sydney Sweeney jeans commercial a lump of coal, because it was much ado about nothing. Was it a great commercial? Not really. Was it impactful? Not really. Did it mean all the things that they ascribed it to mean? No. It was just a company selling jeans, trying to utilize the notoriety and physical attractiveness of a celebrity, right? Like Sydney Sweeney. Jeans companies have been doing this forever. Like, does anybody remember Marky Mark? Like, you know, in the Calvin Klein jeans ad or Calvin Klein underwear billboard, like in Times Square, right? Like, I mean, clothing companies have been doing this for as long as advertising has been around with clothing companies. They've been trying to use famous people, attractive people to sell their products. That's all that was going on. Like, let it go, guys. Not everything has like some like deep, dark, hidden meaning. Stop looking for things where there is nothing to be found. It was much ado about nothing. And so if you made a huge deal out of Sydney Sweeney's jeans commercial, you get a lump of coal.
Well done. True that, Tom. And all that, it is true. So many people want to look for like negative and everything. I'm just trying to have a good day. I'm just trying to eat my candy bar, drink my Diet Mountain Dew, have a good holiday here. Some people, if you want to look into how much ice I put into my drink and think it's bad, well, I guess you could. Maybe I didn't count the cubes. One day I bought rock salt somewhere, Tom. I bought rock salt, right, at a local place. And here I'm thinking I'm supporting a local person. The price seemed good. I put on the internet. Hey, go to so and so. They sell rock salt at a good price. The hate that I got, the most hate I've posted for like years. People were like, "You don't know that rock salt's bad for environment, for pets, for whatever." And I'm just like, man. At the end of the day, all I was trying to do was this local business. They're good people. Give them some business. Stop by. Don't go to the box store. No, that's not what happened. People were looking for reasons to bring me down. So that's
I mean,
okay.
it would have been fine if you weren't, poisoning the environment.
Do we have rebuttals on lumps of coal? Just kidding.
Should we give Mary Lynn a rebuttal on a lump of coal, Tom? And bring Jimmy up if you can.
Yeah, I mean, we can. So hold on, Marianne. So the way we like to do things is if you want to chime in, we'll go around the room, right? If you want to say something, just flash your mic and we'll come to you, just so we're not talking over each other, because we do distribute this as a podcast as well. We are live streaming all over the internet. So just so you know, we're just trying to make sure people aren't talking over each other, right? So it's a Clubhouse room, but it's also being live streamed on the internet. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. And then also it goes out as a podcast after the fact. So just so you know, so we're all clear and on the same page. That's not the smartest guys in the room. That's what we do. So yeah, Mary Lynn, if you wanna chime in, by all means, what do you got to say? And which lump of coal are you rebutting?
Oh, I actually didn't have a rebuttal. I just was going to say, should we just be able to give our lump of coal and nobody can say anything back? But I have one. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, if you got a lump of coal, you want to give out a lump of coal, go for it.
I just want to make sure nobody's going to come for me.
I mean, I can't make any promises.
Okay, well, I'm going to say it anyway. My lump of coal goes to the anti-Swifties. If you spend your time bashing Taylor Swift, you get a lump of coal. That's it. It's just, if you spend your time bashing Taylor Swift, you get a lump of coal.
There you go. And in this room, Taylor Swift's got a lot of support over the years, Maryland. This is a safe pro Taylor Swift room. And I've actually attended, me and my daughter went to a Taylor Swift concert a couple years ago. So bring it on. Okay. Next lump of coal. Where are we at, Tom? What's next? Or is it me or is it you?
I think it's you, but I was just going to say, to Mary Lynn, yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think a lot of people who bash Taylor Swift are just jealous of her success. And, that's what I hear when I hear a lot of bashing Taylor Swift. They're just jealous of her success. So whatever, wear it on your sleeve, be jealous. She's doing great. And, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But I think we're back to you, Dom. I think I did Sydney Sweeney's jeans commercial, right? And then Mary Lynn went. So I think we're back to you.
Okay, this is something that makes me mad all year long. I've talked about it before. I can't get over it, Tom. I give a lump of coal to, this is a double lump of coal, but along the same line. I give a double lump of coal to the WNBA's management and their refereeing. They are so stuck in trying to make it the men's game, so stuck in trying to make it hard and physical, and it let them play, let us see the beauty of the game. And I can't take that. It's almost like they don't want the players to succeed and they want to put them in this little box and not acknowledge the game is exploding. Let it explode and get the hell out of its way. WNBA management and referees, you get a big lump of coal from me.
I agree with you there. I mean, I think, at the end of the day, look, I'm not a basketball fan the way you're a basketball fan, by any stretch, but yeah, let them play the game that they want to play, right? Like, it doesn't have to be the same as the NBA, right? And then Jason, I saw you flashing. Did you have something you wanted to add to that?
Oh, yes, I do. Are you ready for it?
Go for it.
Bring it on. That's what you're here
I'm
for,
ready
man.
for my lump of coal. This lump of coal goes to the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan Paul. You boofs. I hate what they did to boxing. I hate the fact that the controversy of Anthony Joshua not really going to get a lot of his purse because he violated the no knockout clause. Any person that goes and showboats about boxing and that they're a real boxer, they're to be taken serious, and they fought nobodies, but the two official boxers beat Jake. So my lump of coal goes out to Jake Paul. I don't like him for what he did for the showmanship. Oh, and he gets a tag team with Dana White, him also. So
Jason, I love it, man. I will tell you, he was on my list, and I moved my list from my phone to this piece of paper here, and I didn't transfer it. So, Jason, celebrity fights were on my list. Thank you for bringing that up. I went to a Jake Paul fight against Nate Diaz, and I was so glad he got punched in the face. The punch that everybody wanted to throw. Was that not great, or what? The punch that everybody wished they could throw. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what's this about AJ not getting his full purse?
because there is no knockout clause in their contract for the fight, there is possibly now going a lawsuit against Anthony Joshua and not giving him his purse. So, and it's all over the net.
Well, that gets a lump of coal. What a load of crap that is. I mean, look, I'm not a huge boxing fan. Like, I'm not a diehard boxing fan, I should say. I like boxing, but I'm not like a huge boxing fan. Definitely not to the extent you are, Dom. Right? But yeah, I watched the fight. Basically, Jake Paul spent 4 rounds running away from AJ, right? And then he ran out of gas. And in round 5, he got tuned up. And in round 6, he got put down, right? Like, and if he had just tried to fight AJ from the start, the fight would have been over in 2 rounds, right? Like, as people were predicting. But basically, he ran away from AJ for 4 rounds. And AJ was like, look, man, I'm not going to chase you around. I know you're going to run out of gas. And when you run out of gas, I'll knock you down, right? Like, so that's, I mean, I don't know. I just think the whole thing was obvious and ridiculous. There was no way any reasonable person ever thought that Jake Paul was going to win that fight. I didn't think he was going to win that fight. I was there. I was watching it specifically, and I texted Dom about this. We were texting about it. I was watching it to watch Jake Paul get the brakes beat off of him. I didn't think he was going to get his jaw broken. But like, I was there to watch him get the brakes beat off of him, like, because I think he deserved it, right? I think he, like, his mouth had put him in a situation where he deserved to get knocked down. He deserved to get embarrassed, right? Because he'd been talking such a big game, and let's be honest, he just couldn't back it up. So yeah, I mean, but I hadn't heard about them suing AJ for his purse. That is crap. Like, way to be a sore loser. Meanwhile, like, you know, what did Jake Paul make from that? Like 92 million or something is the number I heard. Ridiculous. Absolutely crazy.
That's the initial money, not to mention all the other money and sponsorship he made.
Bogus.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
Crazy. He gets a whole truckload of coal. Like, forget a lump. He gets a delivery in a dump truck. That's I want a dump truck full of coal pulling up at Jake Paul's house and just filling up the driveway.
Let's do it. All right, Tom, you're up. I believe you're up for another lump of coal. Hand it out, Tom. Hand it out.
All right. So this one is, again, just very straightforward, very simple. But I'm going to give Representative Clay Higgins from the state of Louisiana a lump of coal for being the sole representative in the House of Representatives to vote against the release of the Epstein files. He gets a lump of coal for that. What an idiot.
That's a good one. I'm following that right up, Tom. And I am giving the whole Epstein file a lump of coal. Everybody on it, everybody that was part of any part of it, they deserve a lump of coal. The fact that we have to have an Epstein file and this creepy guy bringing people to a creepy island, whoever he brought there, the creepy people that want to put more creepy people out, they all get a lump of coal. My life would have been better, and a lot of other people's lives would have been better with none of them in it. So the whole thing gets a lump of coal from me. So you're right back to your next lump of coal, Tom.
Wait, am I? Or are you not? Are you not going to give a fresh one? You're just going to second my lump of coal and then pass
Well,
it back.
my lump of coal was the Epstein files. Your lump of coal
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. I didn't
yeah,
realize that was on your list. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So my next one, again, I'll lighten it up a little bit. Lighten it up. We'll change the mood a little bit. So this lump of coal goes to Pantone for the color of the year, white. Right? It's white. It's like it's all colors, right? Like from a physics perspective, white is all colors, right? So it's sort of like picking that as the color of the year is sort of like if somebody asked you, like, what's your favorite ice cream? Just being like, all ice cream. I love all ice cream. Ice cream, all ice cream is good. It's like, no, that's a non-answer, right? Like that is weak. It is a non-answer. It's like it's a terrible, unsatisfying way to answer a question. And Pantone, like, do better, right? You're the color people. Why are you picking white? What are you doing, right? Like phoning it in, weak sauce. So Pantone, you get a lump of coal.
I accept that lump of coal. That's not a color. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. So well done, Tom. Okay, I'm gonna come back out swinging with something that I find blah that gets a lump of coal. I want to give a lump of coal to every seltzer. People hand me a seltzer sometime, like these seltzers that I don't care if it's White Claw, whatever the names of these things are, Happy Dad or whatever they are, every one of them. I take this seltzer. Somebody sneaks it into wherever I'm having a good time at and hands me this seltzer. I drink it and I'm like, what is this weird stuff with no flavor on my tongue? There has never been a good seltzer, so seltzers get a lump of coal from me, Tom.
I mean, I like seltzer, but I hear you. I hear you. It's like it's gotten kind of ridiculous. It's sort of like seltzer has kind of gone to like the energy drink space, right? Where there's like it's just so flooded that it's sort of like, hey man, like a lemon lime seltzer is a lemon lime seltzer, right? Or like a lemon seltzer or like whatever. Like stop being crazy with like, these weird combinations of flavors like, oh, a watermelon black pepper seltzer. Like, no, like get out of here. Just give me a lemon seltzer and shut up, right? Like I'm not interested in all this ridiculousness. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I like it.
I can't believe that you like a seltzer though. Of all proper, here's a guy that gave me a bottle of whiskey that like rips down my throat, and you're telling me you gave me a Canadian bottle of whiskey that I mean, just to take a sip almost makes me pass out. It's like gasoline, and now you're telling me you also like seltzers. Come on now.
Yeah, I like seltzer, but like it's I'm not a fan of like the alcoholic seltzers per se, right? So I'll just be clear, I'm talking about like a soft drink seltzer. I'm a fan, right? Like I like seltzer, I like sparkling water. But yeah, I either way, like soft drink or alcohol included seltzers, they've both kind of gotten out of control in terms of like the oversaturation of the market, right? Everybody doesn't need a seltzer. So all right, so we're back to me, right? Okay.
Let it rip, man. Let it rip.
All right, I'm gonna go back to AI. And then after this one, I've only got 2 left. So I think we're getting there. So this one is a lump of coal to everyone who talks about AI platforms as if they are sentient beings, right? So like all the time we hear Microsoft laying off thousands of employees because of AI, right? Like so and so is laying off people because of AI. AI is coming for your job. AI is doing this. AI is doing that. I call BS. AI is not doing anything. The people who run those businesses are using AI to try to minimize cost and replace labor, right? Like that's what's happening. So like if you are upset about, layoffs that AI is being blamed for, don't be upset with AI, right? Like, that's like being mad at your GPS because you made a wrong turn, right? Like, that's ridiculous. It's not the GPS's fault. It's not AI's fault, right? It's the people who are making the decisions at those businesses to lay off people. It's their fault. So, like, you know, go after the CEO of Microsoft, right? Like, go after the CEO of Salesforce, right? Go after like all of those people, CEO of Amazon, right? IBM, all of them have made layoffs in the last year and blamed AI for it, right? AI didn't cause any of those layoffs. They didn't cause one person. AI didn't cause anyone to lose their jobs. Anyone that has lost their job has lost their job because a person decided to let them go, right? And it's not like Amazon wasn't going to be profitable. It's not like Microsoft wasn't going to be profitable, right? Like, they're not doing it to save the company. They're doing it to maximize profits so that they can earn more money and so that the other large shareholders can earn more money. That's it, right? So, like, stop falling into this trap of thinking AI is doing X, Y, and Z. AI ain't doing crap. AI is just software, right? And hardware, right? It's just computers. The people are making the decisions. Blame them.
Well said, Tom. Somebody always wants to blame somebody else. Okay, that is a fair point that you got there. Okay, let's see here. I'm ready for a lump of coal. What do you say? You got two more, one more? Where are you at, man?
I got two more. One of them is like very short and easy, and one of them is a little bit longer. But again, like, both of them a little bit lighter. Neither one of them super heavy.
Okay, I'll do two more. I'll do two more too. This will be so I'll go sappy with one, and then I'll just give you a first. Bullies. Anybody who bullies anybody else, you get a big lump of coal, knock it off. Hurting people hurt people. We've often heard, you know, the people that are out there bullying somebody, it's usually because they're insecure, they're weak, they're not comfortable with themselves. So those are the people bullying and trying to pick on the disenfranchised, the left behind, and all kinds of stuff like that. The people that it's easy to bully because their numbers are smaller, they're bigger, stronger, whatever. The bullies are the weakest of weak. So the bully gets a big lump of coal from me. Okay. Next up for you. What do you got, Tom? Go on.
All right, we'll keep this one really light and easy. If you are in charge of the music that plays in retail stores, then you get a lump of coal if you play Christmas music in October, right? Like, cut it out. Not okay. Stop it. Like, Christmas season starts after Thanksgiving. We've all agreed to that. That's the tradition. That's the standard. I don't want to hear sleigh bells jingling in October. Not here for it, right? Like, too much, too soon, cut it out. Wait your turn.
I agree, Tom. I was buying Christmas presents the other day and I saw a Valentine aisle. What the hell is going on? It is not right. So, okay, Billy, you jumped up. You got a quick lump of coal for us. What do you got, Billy? You see what's going on here? Do you have a lump of coal you want to pass out?
Well, happy holidays, everybody. I'm just saying, Cash Patel gets a lump of coal, all the coal, and anyone involved in giving that dude a job gets coal. And we all know why. We don't have to say anymore. He's making podcasters look bad. That's the reason, you know. It's like he can't go from podcaster to run the FBI and look like a doof, but he did make us all look bad.
There we go. Everybody gets a lump of coal. There's a safe place here today. Safe place. So Taylor Swift haters got a lump of coal and Cash Patel got a lump of coal. So Tom.
I want to piggyback onto that. Give a quick lump of coal to the person who forgot to pack a size small FBI raid jacket for Cash Patel. That meant that he wouldn't get off the plane because they didn't have a jacket that fit him properly. So that person gets a lump of coal too. For whoever is in charge of Cash Patel's wardrobe gets a lump of coal. All right, so we're coming to an end here. We run a few minutes late. We started a few minutes late. We're gonna run a few minutes late. It's the end of the year. It's the last show of the year, so bear with us. We appreciate you guys sticking around and being part of this all year. We'll try to close it out with a smile or a laugh for you. So here we go, Dom. What's your last lump of coal for the year?
Okay, I'm going to do something sneaky here, Tom. I am going to give a lump of coal, and then I'm going to crowbar in a real quick memory lane that goes along those same lines. Lump of coal is to our parents getting older. Man, it sucks. It sucks. It's not fair, but I guess that's life. And just so we make the most of it. So my memory lane today is not a memory lane from me. It's a memory lane for everybody else. This holiday season, make memories, take pictures, say I love you, spend every second with your family, your friends, and enjoy it and make those memories. So the memory lane, because I'm so smart and clever, Tom, is that other people should make memories today. Go on, my friend.
I'm with you. I think that's important, right? I mean, my sister and brother-in-law are in town, and we've been so far every night this week. We've been at my parents' house with them, visiting and hanging out, and everybody's getting to hang out with Isla. She's given, she's in her stranger danger phase. So she's giving everybody the stink eye, but we're having fun regardless. So I'm with you. We're making memories over here. So I got one more, and then we'll wrap it up for the year. So my last lump of coal goes out to people who put the word big in front of the name of an industry to make it sound like it's some kind of evil cabal, right? Like big pharma or big tech or big AI or whatever, right? Like to make it sound like it's some kind of big evil cabal. It isn't, right? You're not a brilliant detective who's uncovered some conspiracy that runs deep, like that you've found the underpinnings of like the deep state or whatever. Like none of that is true. You're not a brilliant detective. You're just a run-of-the-mill conspiracy theorist, and you get a lump of coal. So like stop putting the word big in front of everything and calling it, treating it like it's some kind of like big crazy conspiracy theory. It's not. And to be perfectly honest, if I'm going to be real frank about this, and I feel like, might as well, no need to bite my tongue. You're an idiot. Cut it out. You get a lump of coal. So yeah, that's my last one for the year. I had to get that out. It's driving me nuts.
So I guess I won't ask you to do a big wrap up today.
We can do a big wrap up, right? We just can't do a big podcast wrap up.
Gotcha. All right. Well, one, I'm going to thank everybody before we get into the wrap up, because I appreciate you personally being here, supporting us, listening, laughing, sharing. It's all good. We don't do it without you guys. So Tom, you do the wrap up much better than I've ever done it. So what do you got for us today, my friend?
Thanks, Dom. Yeah, I echo that. I want to echo that for everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of Not the Smartest Guys in the Room, for sticking around, for listening to us all year, for the last year. Exciting things coming up in 2026. We just started putting it out as a podcast as well. Hopefully that's going to grow. We'll grow this audience, grow this community, and have a lot of fun. And hopefully we'll have a lot of people listening next year when we get to our lumps of coal in 2026. Thanks for sticking around. Obviously, this is all meant in good fun. We hope everybody has a happy and healthy holiday season with the people that they love the most. We appreciate you. We thank you. We are grateful for you. And we can't wait to see you again next year in 2026. We'll be back in January. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. And I hope you enjoy spending time with your family, however you celebrate. So thanks again for being a part of our community and our family here. We'll see you next year. Until then, have a great holiday season. We love you. We appreciate you. Bye-bye.